Hi, I'm Sylvia Gordon, Medicare Mama with the Medicare Family. How do you apply for Social Security widow benefits? Is it something you can just do online? Do you need a lot of documentation? How long does it take? Does it happen automatically? Let's talk about it. Basic rules to qualify as a widow. You only had to have been married 9 months. So if I'm currently married, my spouse dies, as long as we were married 9 months, I could qualify as a widow. If I'm divorced, then the marriage had to have lasted 10 full years. If you're the typical widow, you're applying at age 60. Widow benefits begin at 60 unless you were younger and you had a child in care, or unless you're disabled. Then widow benefits begin as early as age 50. So if you're already getting spousal benefits, I'm already drawing Social Security off my spouse or my ex-spouse, and he should die. The funeral home reports his death to Social Security, which is why you want to give the Social Security number at the funeral home. You're like, why are they asking me that? That's why. And the Social Security Administration will automatically change you from a spousal benefit to the widow benefit, which will be higher. You'll be getting an increase. Now, they can also automatically pay you that lump sum death benefit. A lot of people have heard about a lump sum death benefit, and they're thinking a lot more money than what it actually is. It's actually only $255. $55. Yeah, why is it so low? That is meant to cover the cost of the burial of your loved one. $255. And they came about that number in 1935, and they have never changed it since 1935. That's why that number is so low. So people are like, where's my big lump sum death benefit? That's it. So the good news is that if you're already drawing spousal benefits, they should automatically switch you to the widow benefit, which is higher. You'll automatically get the raise. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to go anywhere, apply, get any documents. And they should also give you the $255 for the death benefit. Now, if you weren't already drawing spousal benefits and your spouse dies or your former spouse dies, then you will need to apply online. You cannot apply online. You will need to apply locally, in person at your local Social Security office. That can be a pain. So let's go back here. You can call the 800 number for Social Security to request an appointment, and it can take a while. Your divorce decree. If you weren't born here, you'll bring proof of citizenship, and if you're disabled, there's special forms. I have the form numbers listed below that you'll bring if you are a disabled widow. You also, and most people seem to forget this, bring your checkbook. Now, my whole entire life, I brought my checkbook everywhere. I always had my checkbook with me, and all these people didn't. I always thought they were so weird. Now I'm that person. I never have my checkbook with me. Ever, ever, ever. So make sure you bring it to this appointment so that you can get set up for direct deposit so you never miss a payment. You do not need to bring the death certificate because the funeral homes will send that automatically to Social Security. And again, that's why they ask you at the funeral home for your loved one's Social Security number. Now, if you start getting widow benefits, you're like, okay, this is good. How long does it last? It's not a pot of money, and when it runs out, you're done. It's a promise from the federal government that you'll continue to get whatever amount you qualify for, which is based off how much your deceased spouse or ex-spouse was drawing. You're going to get that amount for as long as you live. So if you live to 90, you still get it. If you live to 100, you still get it. If you live to 112, you still get it. It's not a pot of money. Now, how exactly do they determine what your benefit will be as a survivor, as a widow? And that is different based on whether let's just say your husband, whether he had not filed for benefits yet or whether he was already drawing benefits. Now, if he hadn't filed yet, you are eligible as the qualified widow to get up to 100% of what he would have gotten had he lived till his full retirement age. Now, I said you're eligible because you're not guaranteed. It's not a slam dunk you're going to get that amount. It's based on your age when you file. That's why I have my Social Security cheat sheet It's on our website, themedicarefamily.com. The top of the page, there's a tab that says resources. Click there, get the cheat sheet. That'll tell you how much you get based on what age you are when you draw. If you draw at 60, you're only going to get about 71%. If you draw at your full retirement age, which is based on the year you were born, you could get 100%. So it's up to you when you draw how much you're going to get, and you're going to lock that amount in. So if he hasn't drawn yet, you're eligible to get what he would have drawn had he lived till his full retirement age, even though he maybe died at 47, 50, 60, whatever, anytime before his full retirement age. Now, again, based on your age when you decide to draw. So you might say, I want it at 60. Okay, you're going to get about 71% of what he was drawing. Now, if you guys were married, you're not going to continue to get your own Social Security and your widow benefits. An increase, which there is some, but not all Januaries. You would get that, just like everybody else that's on Social Security. If you get my Social Security cheat sheet, this will be easier to read, but it shows you that if you wait till your full retirement age, which for most people it's going to be right around 66, 67, you get 100%. But if you draw earlier, say you draw at 60, that's where I said you get Security and Medicare cheat sheet. Again, trying to figure out how much you get based on, did he die before drawing, or was he already drawing when he passed away? If you have more questions about Social Security and Medicare, check out our website. I put new information on our website every day. Common question and answers, retirement guides, things to help you when you're getting ready to make these important decisions. Go check it out, themedicarefamily.com. If you like this video, you might really like this video. Check it out. And we'd appreciate if you subscribe to our channel so you never miss a great video. We put out one every week. Check in the description below this video for a link to our cheat sheet on Social Security and Medicare. And you can also give us a comment if you have a specific question. Always feel free to call us or email us at the Medicare Family.